Good morning and welcome to Daily Jolt. We are the 10th day of the Hebrew month of Elul, which stands for Ani leDodi veDod li. I am for my beloved is for me, where we reflect and prepare for the holidays by solidifying, strengthening, reflecting on our relationship with God and with others. So I want to share with you one of my favorite ideas, which is found in one of my favorite books, which I've shared a number of times, 60 Days, A Spiritual Guide to the High Holidays by Simon Jacobson. And this is a really good one. So we know this whole time period reflects that cycle where the Jews receive the Torah, they hear the 10 commandments, the 10 utterances, the sin of the golden calf, and Moses goes back onto the mountain to try to get forgiveness and rectify that mistake. So this is what happens on the mountain. Perhaps the most dramatic experience that happens atop Mount Sinai is when Moses asks to meet God face to face. I beg you, show me your glory. God responds, you cannot see my face, for no man can see me and live. But I will put you in a cleft of the rock and will cover you with my hand while I will pass by. And I will take away my hand, and you will see my back. The exchange is puzzling. How could Moses not have known that one can only come face to face with God in the next world? And why does the Torah document God's rejection of his request? The answer is that Moses' request was not rejected. In the language of metaphor, Moses asked to understand God. God responded by saying that it is impossible to see his essence in this world, but it is possible to see its reflection. In effect, God told Moses, you'll see my face by not looking. There are things we see in life by looking directly at them, and there are things we see with our eyes closed. There are things that we hold on to by grasping them, and there are things that we hold on to by letting go. Creative people know that when they let go, that is when the creativity starts flowing. When they try to control it or force it, it does not come. The channels of creativity are blocked. For creativity to emerge requires letting go. The same thing is true of seeing God. God said to Moses, in effect, you will see me when you stop looking. You will see me when you get yourself out of the way. So brilliant, so brilliant. So the reflection question he shares is, how often can you get yourself out of the way to achieve a higher goal? Do you see God in your life? Have you learned to see by not looking? That's an incredible one. Have you learned to see by not looking? Recall an event in your life when you were able to gain something by letting go. And it's important to recall that event, because if you can do it once, and everybody has done it once, it means you could keep on learning to do it again, just like a muscle. Examine the process. How did you get yourself out of the way in order to make it happen? So have you learned to see by not looking? So let's blow the shofar. The shofar is a mitzvah. Right now we're preparing for the mitzvah of blowing the shofar on Rosh Hashanah. That's the main mitzvah of the day. But the mitzvah of the shofar is to hear it. It's not to see it. And maybe it's a very similar message. Often in Hebrew, to hear is a connotation of understanding, teaching us that to fulfill it, to really understand something, we need to really close our eyes. Maybe that's why we cover our eyes when we recite the Shema Yisrael, the mission statement of the Jewish people. We close our eyes to basically say, to really see, to really get it, is not something that is found by the eyes, but it's something that's found inside. So let's blow the shofar. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.